and everything's fine. The gentle breeze, the city's slow. I take a seat, let the moment flow. A cup of coffee, sugar
And
falls
11
in,
wins in a
stir
row
the
now
flow,
marks
the
a
calm
new
begins.
record in Formula 1. We are witnessing history in the making.
I find the magic in the everyday, in the sweetest search, some steps away. Little things that bring a smile to me, like the sugar swirling in my coffee. No rush, no race, just the afternoon light. In the simple joy, everything feels right. I find the magic soft and free, and these sweet moments just being me.
There was never a moment of doubt today. You could tell that they completely had it under control, and that is a sign of greatness.
Welcome to today's sprint. This is shaping up to be another fantastic weekend. Interlagos, always a very special race here in Brazil. It's a 2.7-mile circuit with 9 lefts and 6 rights, for a total of 15 corners. The fastest lap today should have an average speed of around 135 miles per hour, if, of course, the weather stays dry until the end of the Grand Prix. And alongside me today, a man who I'm always pleased to see join me in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. Now, you'll remember back from your racing days, Ant, working with the team and getting to know them is oh so important. And that's what this driver's going through at the moment.
Absolutely, Crofty. It's new for yourself when you arrive maybe into a new team, or you might be an established driver or a rookie. It doesn't matter. Getting to know a whole group of people, a team that works around you, it's vital to get the best out of each other. And in that return, your performance on track improves as well.
Okay, mate. Radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. Okay, incredible parking there. Nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get a good launch as the race starts. Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights.
Happen on the left-hand side of your screen at the moment. 24 laps to come around Interlagos on this Saturday afternoon. It's lights out and away we go. Bottas does get away well. Verstappen's moving over the covering, but I think Bottas is away and into the lead. Into turn 1 goes Valtteri Bottas. Ahead of Verstappen on the inside there is Carlos Sainz. Ahead of Sergio Perez and Charles Leclerc. And then the McLaren under pressure from Pierre Gasly. Lando Norris going wheel to wheel with Gasly. And we see Yuki Tsunoda ahead of Antonio Giovinazzi. And already Hamilton has made up 4 places.
But so has Carlos Sainz, also on those soft tyres, and Verstappen goes wide, comes back on in front of his teammate. The soft tyres were brilliant away from the line.
And Verstappen getting a hefty hit over the curb as he came back onto the track. So Bottas leads then from Sainz and then Verstappen and then Perez. Then comes Leclerc, Norris, Gasly, Esteban Ocon, and then Sebastian Vettel ahead of Daniel Ricciardo, who's dropped back a few places. We can see going wheel to wheel Fernando Alonso and Antonio Giovinazzi in the Alfa Romeo lower down the field. But that is a dream start then for Valtteri Bottas and for Carlos Sainz, who's made up 3 places. Kimi Raikkonen almost on the inside of his teammate, making a move around Vico de Pato, turn 10, and Hamilton is up into 16th place as we see Sebastian Vettel coming through, Lance Stroll coming through, and there's Hamilton right behind the AlphaTauri of Tsunoda.
Yes, Hamilton really struggled to get past Tsunoda earlier on, didn't he, a few races ago? But he'll have prodigious speed up the straight. No DRS yet, but quite clearly the soft mark tyres of Sainz and particularly Bottas really working a treat through the first few corners and away from the line.
Hamilton's cleared Tsunoda within 1 lap this time around. Raikkonen's ahead. Well, he was ahead of Giovinazzi, but he's just spin off as Kimi Raikkonen trying to qualify in the top 10 for the 18th and final time here at Interlagos. He's always made it before, and that has sent him to the back of the grid, not helping his chances today.
Hamilton up to 14th place, overtook 2 cars on the pit straight without the help of DRS, and there he is.
Yeah, it said on the graphic that Hamilton was ahead of Tsunoda. He's just stuck behind him as we can see what happens down
to the final corners in this storied career. Hamilton will write a new chapter, and this time it's written in red. Lewis Hamilton wins for Ferrari.
Formula One returns to Interlagos once again with the stage set for what promises to be another classic Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel famously clinched his third championship here in 2012, and just 4 years later, Max Verstappen treated us to one of the finest wet weather drives of all time. It's an unusual anti-clockwise race here at Interlagos, where the Sao Paulo locals are packed into the grandstands at each of the 15 corners around this classic 2.7-mile circuit. Two very fast sections bookend the famous and highly technical Sector 2, where getting a good run out of Junção into one of the two DRS zones will be key to any overtaking prospects today.
And alongside me in the commentary box, my old friend, Anthony Davidson. Interlagos, always one of my favourite weekends of the season. Love Brazil, adore this track.
Absolutely spot on, Crofty. I wish you could pick this circuit up and place it, copy-paste it on multiple different locations around the planet, because it is sensational to watch, sensational to drive. And for all these drivers here in Brazil, it's a great time to get stuck into this Interlagos circuit. It's an anti-clockwise track, lots of important corners to get right, and it's a track where you can make or lose an awful lot of lap time.
Okay, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out.
And we're ready, and we are set for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. It's round 19, it's lights out, away we go. Bottas gets away well ahead of Verstappen, but Verstappen is coming back at him, and Lando Norris touches, and he's got a puncture on his rear left tyre as he clashed with a Ferrari. Verstappen takes the lead, he squeezed out Valtteri Bottas going through turn 2. Perez is in third, then comes the Ferrari of Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc as we head down the Retroposta now, and he's getting a decent slipstream. It's Charles Leclerc, but he's been forced over to the left-hand side as Verstappen leads from Bottas, from Perez, Leclerc, and then Sainz, and the two Ferraris going wide, and Bottas as well.
Bottas wide. It's a Red Bull 1-2 there. So down into the tricky braking zone. It's downhill into turn 4, and Valtteri Bottas defending hard, but somehow they all made it through there. Sadly for Lando Norris, he's got the entire lap to go with a puncture.
Hamilton is up to 7th. We saw him through Ferradura, passing there Pierre Gasly in the AlphaTauri, and Gasly's now under pressure from Esteban Ocon. They're racing wheel to wheel, going into the next turn. Oh, and almost touching wheels and letting Daniel Ricciardo through on the inside. It's Red Bull 1 and 2 then. Ricciardo ahead of Ocon. Bottas is third. Then comes Leclerc. He's coming back with some more. Is Esteban Ocon on Daniel Ricciardo at Junção, and very nearly squeezed through.
Might just be a puncture. I'll try and get back. Let's try and get back.
It looked to be more than just a puncture for Lando Norris. Big contact there with the Ferrari as Verstappen leads them over the line. There goes Lewis Hamilton on Sebastian Vettel. Hamilton in one lap from 10th is up to 6th. Ocon is now ahead of Daniel Ricciardo, and you can see the Alpine ahead of the papaya orange McLaren going through the centre S's.
Okay, let's go now. Come on. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
Yesterday, Norris didn't really fight that one, to be fair.
But he forced Max to go late into the corner, and he's got a better exit. Hamilton with a much better exit down to turn 4.
I said, is it third time lucky? Hamilton pulls ahead of Verstappen before they get to the corner. The crowd go
go. Great job, guys. That was a tough race.
Good job.
Decisive with their overtaking today as they work their way through the field, and those kind of race victories are so enjoyable because it's not just like winning from the front, they really had to work for it today.
Welcome along to Las Vegas. It's Viva Las Vegas tonight. I can't wait to see what this place has in store for F1 tonight. "17 corners, 3 straights, 2 DRS zones, and the glitz and glamour of Las Vegas as we race around the 3.8 miles of Sin City. The strip has been taken over to become a straight tonight, commanding top speeds of around 212 miles an hour. And alongside me in the commentary box, my old friend, Anthony Davidson.
All right, let's have a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
And the many, many millions watching around the world, here in the entertainment capital of the world, it's lights out and away we go. That's a great start from George Russell. Charles Leclerc is wheel to wheel with Pierre Gasly. Russell goes into turn 1 in the lead, swooping down the inside. Here comes Charles Leclerc. Leclerc has got past the Alpine. Leclerc's got past Carlos Sainz, and he is in the second place. Going wide there was Oscar Piastri. Lando Norris follows Max Verstappen. George Russell leads them away towards turn 5.
Verstappen and Norris were absolutely side by side, but Verstappen went around the outside and took the place back. Piastri now, as soon as you drop away from the speed, you're under pressure.
Take the Delta positive, and let's have you straight into the pit lane, please. Okay, this is essentially a free stop, so let's think very carefully about our strategy for the rest of this race.
And the many, many millions watching around the world, here in the entertainment capital of the world, it's lights out and away we go. That's a great start from George Russell. Charles Leclerc is wheel to wheel with Pierre Gasly. Russell goes into turn 1 in the lead, swooping down the inside. Here comes Charles Leclerc. Leclerc has got past the Alpine. Leclerc's got past Carlos Sainz, and he is in the second place. Going wide there was Oscar Piastri. Lando Norris follows Max Verstappen. George Russell leads them away towards turn 5.
Verstappen and Norris were absolutely side by side, but Verstappen went around the outside and took the place back. Piastri now, as soon as you drop away from the speed, you're under pressure from all angles, and that's what Oscar Piastri is finding right now. But what a launch from pole for George Russell, and especially for Charles Leclerc.
He wasn't happy with his practice starts as he was making his way towards the grid about 40 minutes ago. He'll be absolutely delighted with that start here tonight.
Down the Wellington straight into Brooklands.
Not going to get a chance to weave because already Hamilton is with him. They almost touch. They go into Brooklands. Verstappen stays ahead. The crowd roar their approval for this. The two championship contenders giving it everything.
It's not over yet because Hamilton gets another slipstream all the way down the old pit straight into Copse Corner. These are critical corners for this Grand Prix.
As much as likes those rear tyres up again.
Ready to pounce, but running out of track to do it. Lewis Hamilton has just 2 more corners to go as Rosberg, chased by Sebastian Vettel, holds him off. Hamilton round the final corner. Hamilton, the race winner here in Austin. It's the US Grand Prix for Lewis Hamilton. It's a
Mega job, guys. What an amazing result. Thank you so much. So proud of you all. Let's keep pushing ahead.
Well, another race victory today. You can clearly see they're driving out there with very little pressure. You know they have the performance. They know they've got the car under them as well. And has done no harm, of course, to their championship chances.